Hi, great people. My name is Dr. Ryan. Welcome back to our channel. Yeah, and today I just came in to shed some light on a few questions that people keep on asking. People who want to come to the UAE to practice as nurses, and basically from home, that's Kenya. We have mainly two categories of nurses: the ones who hold a diploma and the ones who hold a degree. So I'm just going to go through different requirements for these two categories for you to practice in the UAE. Basically, um, on my own understanding, the people who have a degree, when they come here, they practice as registered nurses. And the people who have a diploma practice as practical nurses. So registered nurse is a level bit higher than the practical nurse, and the practical nurse takes instructions from the doctors, both the doctors and the registered nurses. So I would love to just mention a few things briefly, so that you can pick a few points on exactly what is required for you to practice here as either a registered nurse or as a practical nurse. So basically, and this applies to almost any other healthcare professional who wants to come to the UAE to practice. We have, if you've done a diploma, I think in Kenya they are called KCR something, Kenya Community Health Registered Nurse. You need, because I understand you don't do internship, so you'll need 3 years post education completion experience. So 3 years after you've graduated from either KMTC or another college that gave you your diploma. You'll also, if you've done a degree, you'll need 2 years of experience after completing your internship. So after you come out of university, you get your degree, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, you'll need 2 more years of experience for you to be eligible to practice in the UAE. And I want to take you through where the journey exactly starts. So now you are a diploma nurse and you finished your 3 years in Kenya, practicing as a Kenya Community Health Registered Nurse, or you're a degree nurse and you finished your 2 years plus 1 year of internship. What is required exactly? These are the documents that you would require. First, it's your degree certificate or your diploma certificate. You'll also need, number 2, your good standing certificate. Good standing comes from the board that licenses you. Like in Kenya, I think the nurses have their Nursing Council of Kenya or something, or a board that, like for the doctors, as we have the Kenya Medical Practitioners and Dentists Council that gives us our license. So you need a good standing from those bodies. The good standing should be at least 6 months, like expiring in at least 6 months and not less than that. Then number 2, you will need, if you did your internship for the degree nurses, you'll need your internship certificate. Like I said, for the diploma nurses, I think they don't really do internship, they just do their rotations. So that's why they need 3 years post graduation. So if you are a degree nurse, you will need an internship certificate. Number 3, you'll need, for the diploma nurse, you will need 3 years experience certificate, at least 3 years experience certificate from the time you finished your diploma. For the degree nurse, you will need 2 years experience certificate from the time that you finished your, at least from the time that you finished your internship. So someone might ask, maybe you worked for 5 years, and in these 5 years, maybe after 2 years you didn't work for 1 year, then you came back again and worked for 2 years. So the latest 2 years is what they usually consider, or the latest 3 years for the diploma nurse. So you need to have not a gap of more than 2 years in practice. Like if you are coming here to work as a nurse, you must, like if you are coming in 2022, your last experience must be at least from 2020 coming forth, not going back. So you should not be having a gap in practice of more than 2 years. So that's the experience certificate. The other thing that you require is transcripts. From the college that you went to, you will need stamped transcripts from that institution. If you went to a university, let's say for example Kenyatta University, you will need to go to the registrar of academics and get your transcripts stamped from the first year to the year of completion of your degree. If you went to maybe Kenya Medical Training College, KMTC, to do your diploma, you need to have your transcripts for the diploma course also stamped from the first year to the year of completion. The other thing is I've talked about the internship certificate, I've talked about the good standing, your degree certificate or your diploma certificate, letter of experience also. So these things, when you have them, now I'll tell you what's the next step. The next step after you have all these documents is what we call attestation. And mainly what you need to attest is your degree or diploma certificate. And how do you go about it? So the first thing, you need to go to your college or to your university where you finished your studies and have that document, a colored copy of that document signed and stamped, okay, from the academics office. After that, you will take your document to the Ministry of Education. No charge. Again, it will be signed. After that, you will take your document to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. In Kenya, I think they are using City Square somewhere there. City Square, there's an office there. Then across, there's the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So you go to City Square, I think you pay 100 shillings per document. So you'll get your document there signed by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Then they'll give you a letter. Then after they give you the letter, you'll take again your degree certificate or your diploma to the embassy, the UAE embassy in Kenya, which is in just opposite, is it opposite Central Park? I mean Huru Park or something. Yeah, you'll just use your Google map and try and locate that. And then there you are required to pay 5,000 Kenyan shillings for the attestation. They'll put like a sticker stamp on your document. So there you will pay, and that money is usually only paid through card. So you need either to borrow someone's bank card so that you can Visa or whichever card to go and pay with it. There are also people there who usually help people to pay for these particular the attestation. So these are the two documents that are very important to attest. Later on, I'll talk about one very important document, but these are the documents that you need to attest. The other documents, let's say like high school, whatever, you can have them signed from the school that you went to and from the Ministry of Education when you are doing the degree and the diploma. But it's not many people will not ask for your high school certificates, or because of course if you have a university degree or a college diploma, then most likely you went through a high school. So that's about the attestation. So now, when you land in the UAE, again, I forgot to say, but the attestation doesn't really end in Kenya. When you land in the UAE, I usually recommend the Dubai consulate. You have to go to the consulate, again, with your degree certificate or your diploma certificate. The consulate staff there will call your institution back in Kenya to just ascertain whether this document is a true document. So after that, they'll again send you to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Education here in the UAE, where again you'll pay another 5,000 Kenyan shillings, which is an equivalent here to 160 to 170 UAE dirhams. So after you pay that money, they'll again put another sticker, just like the one that was put in Kenya, just different colors, but same stickers, to show that the document is attested both in Kenya and here in the UAE. After that, now you have your documents correct. You have your documents right. The next step is verification of these documents. People would ask, why again do you need to verify the documents after they've been stamped and after so many stickers? But then the UAE, through different authorities, like in Dubai you have Dubai Health Authority, in Abu Dhabi you have Abu Dhabi the Department of Health Abu Dhabi, or what we call HAD, Health Authority of Abu Dhabi. In the other Emirates, we have a Ministry of Health. They again want to make sure that these documents are correct, including your experience certificate, including your internship certificate, including your good standing, and now your degree and diploma certificates. So what they do is that they have a body. They have they are clients of a body called the Data Flow Group. So you'll need to open now an account with the Data Flow, where you are expected to upload all your documents, and they'll be verified by this body. And how does this happen? Okay, per document, like if you are going to put for the nursing, I'm not sure of the cost, but the whole process will cost you around not more than 2,000 dirhams, which is an equivalent of 60,000 Kenya shillings. So, but what they do after you upload your documents, your degree certificate, your good standing, your internship certificate, and your experience, they'll again send these documents to each institution in Kenya. Like good standing, they'll send to your council. Degree certificate or diploma, they'll send to your school. Letter of experience, they'll send to the hospital that you say that you are working in Kenya. And internship certificate, they'll also send to your council. So they'll send these, and then they just use an email to send. And because these documents have a phone number or something attached to them, when you're filling in your account, they'll be asking also for the contact details. So there's no way you can lie. There's no way you can even forge documents, because either way, if you lie, like maybe you are working in Coast General Hospital, for example, they will call and they'll also email Coast General Hospital, maybe the HR, maybe the CEO, maybe the medical superintendent, and they want to ask, or even the chief nursing officer there, they want to ask whether this person was working there. So there's no way, you don't have a window to lie whether you worked in a certain facility or not, or whether you are qualified in this field or not. So once you upload these documents, it takes around 2 to 3 weeks to complete the verification, but they'll be calling and they'll be contacting each institution, so that at the end they will give you either a negative report. Maybe you said you worked in for example, you worked in Nairobi, in the Nairobi hospital, and Nairobi hospital says you didn't work there, so it will tick red, so they will not pass you through. So at the end, you'll either get a negative report, which shows that you need either to submit more documents, or you need to really tell them where you worked. And if all the documents are correct, they'll put a green tick. So here is where the advice comes. Like if you know you worked, for example, in Machakos Level 5 hospital, and like maybe you left there just last year, and the HR there, the medical superintendent, when you're submitting these documents, also make them aware that you'll be getting a communication from this and this group, and if you get, please assist me so that we can complete the process fast and in good time. Same to the board. That's why you need to have friends all over. You need to have friends in Kenya. You need to have friends all over the world, so that in case of just such issues, you'll get help, and helped very fast. So after this verification has happened, Dataflow gives you what is called Dataflow report. So if you are using an agent or you are doing it for yourself, now this report, you initially, when you are starting to do the Dataflow, you also create concurrently, you also create an account with either Dubai Health Authority or Ministry of Health or Abu Dhabi Department of Health. So you'll be required to upload this report in that portal that you are using that has your account. Then after a few days, actually even just after 1 day, they approve the report, and you'll be able to book for an exam. So depending on whether you started doing this process when you knew there is an exam coming or not, then you can say, okay, I'll book for the exam this week, next week. Even you can book the exam after 1 month, 2 months. There's no problem. But you need to consult. These are the questions that you are going to interact with you on in the comment section, because you need to confirm a few things here and there. Not everything is straightforward. So once you upload your report, and you are approved for the exam. Now you get the materials for the exam. You can get the materials. There are Facebook groups. There are, different sites that you can get the materials for the exams. And if you need assistance from some of us who are here, we can also help to tell you, like DHA usually focuses on this, DOH focuses on this one, so that you don't get confused on what I'm going to read. Maybe you'll start reading the Kenyan material and then it will not come in the exams, then you get confused. So once you've done your exams, you booked your exams, again there are fees, different fees, but I told you the whole process will not cost, for a nurse, it will not cost you more than 60,000 Kenyan shillings. Once you do your exams, you pass the exams. In Dubai, you are given what is called eligibility letter. You'll be having an eligibility letter. In Abu Dhabi, Dubai and the other Emirates, you have an eligibility letter. In Abu Dhabi, you'll have an exam pass. So now, the job hunt process starts. Now you can apply for jobs saying that you did your exams and you passed. So in Dubai, if you get someone to hire you, the eligibility letter will be converted into a license. Same thing to Abu Dhabi. The exam pass, if you get an employer, it will be converted into a license. And that license will be having the name of the hospital that you'll be working in, or the name of the facility that you'll be working for. So basically that. In this, there's a document that I said I'll talk about later on, that some people are asking, others are not asking. That's a good standing certificate. Not good standing, the good conduct certificate that comes from the CID. So this one, you can just have it from Kenya, so that you avoid, when you come here, sending again your fingerprints in Kenya, sending people to go and follow up for you. You can have your good conduct certificate and have it attested again at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and just the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, I think, and you'll be good. I don't know whether there's another step. My friends will help me respond to that in the comment section. But again, just have also your good standing, good conduct certificate sorted. So after all this, you have taken your documents from Kenya, had them attested in Kenya, had them attested in the UAE, went to the data flow group, created an account, had all your documents verified. After that, went to the Department of Health, Abu Dhabi or Dubai Health Authority or a Ministry of Health, and created an account and had your exam. After the report came out for the data flow positive, positive. So after that, you've done your exam and you passed your exam. So job hunt, mainly, here advertisements are usually made every day, and the most important platform to be on, even when you are in Kenya, is the LinkedIn. That's where you will find all kind of jobs and all kind of advertisements for work. So I would advise you, even before you come from Kenya, have a very good profile on your LinkedIn, showing what you've been doing, and just portraying, a positive view, someone that when the HR looks at you, and another person who wants to hire looks at your profile, they would definitely want to hire you. And then again, the other thing is, like I said, for the degree nurses, you'll mainly come to work as a registered nurses. Without registered nurses work with minimal supervision. Practical nurses, the diploma ones, work either under supervision of the registered nurse or of the doctors or of other senior healthcare professionals in the facilities or in the hospital. So basically, these are the things that I wanted to pass through, and many questions have been coming around, and I would encourage you, if you still have questions, please put them in the comment section. I'll be getting some time and just make clarification of everything, so that at least we know when we come here what exactly is expected of us, and so that you don't waste a lot of time. Again, it's a very good experience to work as a nurse. I think in the UAE, I usually see them, enjoying, and when they are doing their job, the shifts are not so bad. So if you get an opportunity and you want to come to work in the UAE, that's the process. And inshallah, you'll be, you might start the process today, and maybe in the next few you are here and working as a happy nurse. Thank you so much. See you next time. If you have questions, make sure you drop them down there. And again, I remind you to subscribe to our channel and comment, share, and even recommend the channel to other people so that we continue growing together. Thank you so much. Have a good day.